let's try another apology. If that's where you're starting, let's go to the next one here. Jaden Ivey, we thought was going to be bad until the Pistons drafted him. Then we flipped immediately on draft night. I have a lot of receipts that are being dug up by Pistons fans, which is fine. They can clown me. I'm happy Jaden Ivey looks great. I can't believe Jaden Ivey looks this good. Do you want to, I mean, he's a Piston, so I assume you actually will apologize on this one.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like I already did my apologies once we drafted him. Obviously, people don't care about my receipts as much as your receipts because there are some Ivy tweets out there that if someone really wanted them, they could find them. But I mean, he's like we saw that video where you were updating me because I was on my little tiny home away vacation. And I actually watched the game yesterday. Like that 5-6 minutes before Isaiah Todd maliciously took our poor Jaden Ivey out of the game was special.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it really might have to do with Purdue. It really might have to do with like Jaden Ivey has like superstar potential. Like you talk about that, G. You talk about having like a player who's like fun, fast, athletic. Like the Pistons haven't had that guy that I can't remember having that guy. Like even Cade. Like Cade's special, but he's not like fast, get up and down the court.
Cade's not fun. Cade's vegan. He's not fun.
We're not vegan shaming on this podcast. Come on now, let's relax.
I'm trying to come up with more things Pistons fans can hate me for. Like they're gonna clip this segment where we're loving Jaden Ivey and just be like, he said Cade's not fun.
No, but I don't know. I'm getting myself extremely excited for Jaden Ivey, Cade backcourt, but also I have to tamper my expectations because I want Cade, Jaden, Sadiq, Beef Stew, Duren. Like I want that to be our starting lineup.
Sprinkling a little Isaiah Livers too.
Oh yeah, Isaiah Livers definitely, but that's not going to be our lineup. We're getting Olynyk, we're getting Nerlens Noel, and Alec Burks.
Yeah, we are. Well, maybe we're not. I don't know. It remains to be seen what the plan is there. I trust Troy, and if we are playing those guys, it's because we want to be bad for one more year. Who knows? We'll see.
Do you want to address Jaden Ivey carrying himself like 313 Ja Morant?
Not really, but we have to. Let me just say nice things about Jaden Ivey first. I was super wrong about him. I do still think a lot of the things that I thought would be like massive critical holes in his game are concerns, but they're not nearly as bad as I thought. His shot looks way more NBA ready than I realized. In the half court, I do still think he has a lot of problems going left, but at least in summer league, it doesn't matter because he's just so damn good at getting the corner going right against summer league defenders. And if that translates to the NBA, it doesn't matter that he can't go left. The pouting stuff, like the emotional concerns I had with him at Purdue seem non-existent here. That's great. I'm all in. I think he's going to be a superstar. There are still some big time things between the ears with Jaden Ivey that just bug me a little bit. Like I got shit on by Pistons fans for making fun of the fact that he cries. That's fine. I still think it's hilarious. I'm proud of the kid. He hasn't cried once during summer league, at least not publicly. That's massive, development from week to week. This week, though, so he gets his ankle stepped on, right? Card, I don't know if you know this. It's summer league in Las Vegas. It's not the playoffs. So, like, if you were to get your ankle stepped on in summer league, probably just go to the locker room. Like, probably just act like, oh, tweak my ankle. Let's get some ice pack on this and let's go sit before I go play blackjack tonight. Not Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey, I mean, the camera cuts back because it went to commercial after he gets hurt. And the first thing we see is Jaden Ivey swearing at the coaching staff saying, I'm fucking shooting these free throws. And look, the meme of like the dog in the chest, sure. If you want to say Jaden Ivey has that, that's fine. But also like my man it's kind of the Jason Tatum Kobe thing. Like he's out there like Kobe Bryant on a torn Achilles shooting free throws in summer league. Really? Like, I don't know. I know Pistons fans are going to see that and get annoyed and shit on me, but it's still just like, everything with Jaden Ivey's dramatic. Everything is. And then he's hitting Twitter as soon as the game ends, like within an hour, just like, I'm good. It's none. Like,
Do you have issues with dramatic people?
I'm dramatic, so maybe I'm just jealous of like higher profile.
I was just gonna say, when it comes to dramatics, you're top 5.
Yeah, maybe it's like envious of people with a higher profile being dramatic on a big stage.
If you were in the NBA, your dramatic scale would go through the roof, by the way, too.
No, I think I would just be like Duncan Robinson. Like I would just be like trying to podcast and that's it, you know? Like I guess my thing with Jaden Ivey is like we love him because he's ours.
Yes.
I like loving guys because I love guys. Like if Jaden Ivey was a Houston Rocket, I think you and I are making fun of everything he does. And that's what I have to get over.
I disagree with that because I think if you basically take what he's been doing with the Pistons right now and he did the same thing for another team, I would be saying, okay, maybe we were wrong on Jaden Ivey. Like he might be.
No, about his game, 100%. I'm talking about it here though. Like we would be making fun of all of that shit if he played anywhere else, but because it's Detroit, it's like he's our guy. He's the coolest. Like we can be honest that he's not the coolest right now. Like he's doing some suspect things.
I think he's cool.
He's fun. He's great. He's gonna be an all-star. Pistons fans, don't kill me. I'm just saying. I know I'm
he's also ours too. And we've been saying for the last 2 weeks that we're back, and I just hope that everyone's actually taking notice because like we actually are back.
Who's your favorite player on the Pistons right now?
My favorite player. Like summer league team or just
who is your favorite Piston right now?
Oh, my favorite Piston? Cade.
Okay. Jalen Duren is my answer.
I was gonna say Jalen Duren as far as summer league, but
I love everything about Jalen Duren. I genuinely love everything about him.
Jalen Duren doesn't turn 19 to September, by the way, either.
Yeah, that's insanity. Okay, the biggest apology we have to make, Cart. Deep breath. Jabari Smith looks horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible too much. Like it's horrible taking it too far. I think that he struggled to dribble. I feel like he's still not. I don't know. Like he's had some tough shooting games. I don't want to completely say we're absolutely wrong on Jabari, but up to this point, there are some serious concerns about if he can put the ball on the floor or not.
Okay, so I think horrible is a little too harsh, and I just said it, so shame on me. But
dramatic.
He's been horrible compared to what we thought he would be, but we were higher on Jabari than everybody else. I don't think he's been horrible compared to what just the reasonable expectation of Jabari was. Like, I believe the man had like 19 and 9 last night.
On good percentages.
On good percent. And even his bad games, like he's been defending his ass off and ends up around 10 points, around 10 rebounds. Like, I think the good news is he's contributing in ways that aren't the best things about Jabari Smith. Like when you expect Jabari Smith to play well at some point, it's going to be all those like midi rise up fadeaway shots that he's not hitting right now. And as soon as he starts to hit them, I think he looks a lot better. The problem is like the off the dribble stuff is way worse than you and I realized. He doesn't dribble. And I'm not going to say he can't dribble, but he doesn't dribble. And if he's not dribbling in summer league and taking advantage of that space and getting to the rim, he's not going to do it in the league.
Right. It looks like he's thinking before he dribbles. Like it looks like he's in his head like, okay, 1, 2, through the legs. Oh shit, that didn't work. I didn't get past them. Let me fire this up. And I mean, he might hit it because he's 6'10", but I don't know. Even you mentioned the play that comes to mind for me is like he'll catch the ball in transition. And we saw some things last year as far as him getting the rebound and pushing it up the court and going all the way. Now he's scared to dribble past half court. He's like picking it up, dragging his foot almost when like almost traveling. Just looks like he doesn't want the basketball. And it's concerning. But I'm not going to go horrible. I'm not going to go full on panic mode with Jabari just yet because one, I don't want to be wrong. And two, I still think that you, at the end of the day, you got a guy who's 6'10 with a ratchet.
Yeah, I just don't want the disrespectful comps to like get more legitimacy. Like those are still wrong. Calling him like Ryan Anderson or I forget what some of the other horrible ones that
Luigi Datomi.
Yeah, like those are not real.
Kyle Singler.
And honestly, like it makes me sad to see people on Twitter right now, like basically taking victory laps, saying like, "Oh, like he stinks," and even Rockets fans being like, "Oh, this is so sad. He's horrible. We drafted the worst player." Like he looks okay. He doesn't look he's not a bust. Like we're not seeing a Darko Milicic style thing right now. He looks clearly behind the other top four. And that's surprising. And that's a problem. But this kid's still 19, 6'10. If you drafted Jabari Smith 10th overall, you'd be freaking out. And quite frankly, if you drafted anybody else other than Jabari Smith at 3 right now, other than Jaden Ivey, it wouldn't be like a big victory lap. Like if you took Ben Mathurin over Jabari Smith, you don't feel better right now. Like
right.
He's not that far off. So I just want everybody
to take Dyson Daniels over him. You don't feel good about it. I mean,
Dyson Daniels looks horrible so far.
Yeah.
By the way, like
they're
this
terrible.
This top 6 in general through Mathurin could be an all timer though. Like Ivy and Keegan look like in normal years they could be top 2 picks.
Is it out of pocket to take a Jaden Hardy victory lap?
We're done with victory laps. You missed your chance on that. We're in the negatives. Yeah, we can come back to that next week maybe. Also, I don't think he looks that good. You were adamant that Tari Eason was going to be bad, and he looks fantastic.
Fantastic.
Really good, yeah.
I don't want to judge anything the Rockets do. That team stinks.
Yeah, Jabari went from the most selfish guards in college to the most selfish guards in the NBA.
In summer league, and then he's going to go to the most selfish guards in the NBA. Like, just...
people act like Houston's like a good league pass team. I can't stand watching anyone in Houston play basketball. Like, it's just such isolation, selfish, chuck up bullshit.
Bunch of Ben Pfeiffers with a vertical.
Okay.